Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shump. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect, the home side taking care of business in Game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after Game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill, the big righty, Zach Wheeler. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And here we go with Game 2.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him. One down. It's lineup time, Singy. Here's what they have up their sleeve for Game 2.
And there's extra pressure on this group after losing the opener. They'll do whatever it takes to avoid that dreaded 2-0 World Series deficit. Look for them to be aggressive, but they can't be reckless in this one.
A sliding stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
Here's Josh Naylor. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Good start for him to this ball game tonight. I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
That's a ball. Check swing called strike. And that is strike 1. Wheeler, 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2009. He swings and fouls one off. Ground ball to Bone. Tosses to first, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. This is the World Series on the show. Back back here in Philadelphia and taking the ball for Seattle. Logan Gilbert. Going to be hard to top his last start, Singy.
He was outstanding. Complete game shutout. He got some great support from his defense. He's got the swing and miss stuff. Everything working for him. We'll see if he's got it today.
This one smoked on its way out of here. Bryce Harper with a star scraper. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. The Phillies score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hit the home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely. And he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
At the plate, Howard. And a swing and a miss. Gilbert will look to follow up an excellent performance last time out, tossing a shutout. The throw into second, not going to get him. He's in there.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Man at second. In the air, left field. Foul ball.
That complete game shutout in his last start is so rare nowadays, Boog.
In 1983, that happened 180 times across MLB. In 2023, there were only 21. Not a lot of pitchers who can do what he did.
It's lineup time, Singy. Here's what they have up their sleeve for Game 2.
This group is feeling great after winning the opener, Boog. Keep the good vibes going today, and they could find themselves up 2-0.
Christian Yelich in the box now. Takes strike one. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Rodriguez on the move, and he makes the catch. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
In the air, right field, and that will end the inning. Bryce Harper brings the power for Philly. It's now 1-0. You're watching the World Series on the show. Game 2 of the World Series. And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Takes it in for the out.
That is it. Third baseman, Brendan Donovan.
This one in the air. 2 down.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Rob Refsnyder.
Now it's the Mariners DH, Rob Refsnyder. On the ground to short, and that one finds its way through. And that extends the inning.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Luke Raley.
Fouled off. He was late. Here comes the 0-1. swings and lines a base hit into left field. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
On the ground, right side. Sosa. They take the force out.
You're out.
And that is that. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mariners nothing. This is the World Series on the show. Back at Citizens Bank Park, bottom half of inning number 2. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here! A solo shot, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
This one in the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit.
Batting 8th, second baseman.
And here's Sosa to the plate. This one popped up. Albies under it. And there's one down. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Ball 1 to Bryce.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Popped up. Infield fly
Infield
called
fly.
there.
Batter's out.
Now batting, center fielder, number 30.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
2 on, 2 outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Swings through that high fastball. Time called. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. Now all even up. That one
Ball
missed.
3.
Kyle Schwarber on deck for the Phils. First and second, 2 down. Here in game 2 of the World Series. And that'll
That's
load
ball
the
4.
bases.
Take your base.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate.
Ball 1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout, but you can't get too relaxed.
Now this one's well hit. Way back there. On its way. Out of here. Grand slam. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, it comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very
pitching change here, number 23.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ball one, no strikes.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
And a base hit up the middle. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Here's Turner now. Fly to right his first time. The 1-1. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. And that's too high. Out towards right center field. Canzone on the move to the alley. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. The lead has exploded to a half dozen. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. New inning getting started.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
That one ripped, but foul. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Yelich moving under this one, and there's 2 down. Josh Naylor up next for the Mariners. That's inside.
They can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Mariners are down in order. They still find themselves down 6-zip. Back here in Philadelphia, and now for the Phillies, Brandon Marsh. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
You know, these Phils really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see him go to work. It jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Third baseman,
Check swing called strike. It's 0-1.
So with that fastball approach in mind, it'll be interesting to see if we see any adjustments in terms of the pitch calling. And clearly there's been a need to mix.
Donovan over to Albies on the nailer. They get two.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
second baseman.
Base is empty after the double play. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. Flied out his first time. And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-0. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that is that. Back at Citizens Bank Park. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Dominic Canzone.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
It's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And there's the ball. Lined into right. That's a base hit. And out to a board.
Back-to-back base hits. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Next to hit, Brendan Donovan. In there, and it's 0-1. Up the middle, Turner. 1 second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer.
First and third, nobody out. You're thinking you've got it lined up for a pretty big inning right here. So that double play is pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
Hey! That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 2 of the World Series. On the ground, right side. The throw to first. And that is the inning. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Mariners 1. This is the World Series on the show. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. And there's a base hit to the left. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Phillies, first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Ball. Harper, the former Rookie of the Year, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1.
Ball 2.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Next
Ball
pitch
3.
misses, and the count's full. ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now at the plate, Howard. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That's a ball. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. The feed for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. We've played 4. It's the Phillies 6 and the Mariners 1. You're watching the World Series on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And stepping in for the Mariners, Luke Raley. Line drive, base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2.
Oh, look at the stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Back to the top of the Seattle order. J.P. Crawford getting ready to hit. There's the strike at the knees.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Crawford wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one did miss. And the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Man at second. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's the effect of the splitter that you're looking for on the mound. Really nice pitch right there and had him out front over the top. I'm sure the batter was thinking he was getting something else, perhaps a fastball a little more straight and velo to it.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run shot, and they slice into the lead. It's 6-3.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Well, that one got the jet stream on a line drive. You saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
Naylor stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Right through there for a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're at the top of the 5th. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they're chipping away. It's 6-4.
He's really seeing the ball well lately. Good things are going to happen when you're locked in like this.
Hey! Chopped left side. Boom. Goes on to first. 3rd out. That ends the frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Back here in Philadelphia. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Christian Yelich stands in for the Phillies. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Well, these Phillies putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one drilled left field and foul ball. On the ground to the left. Home after the fifth inning, moving along, 2 quick outs. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. He's already homered in this game. Check swing. He went. And it's 0-1. Bounce to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Phillies down in order. They're up 6-4. Here in Philadelphia, close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So up next, Julio Rodriguez. In the air to left center. And there's one down.
Up next for Seattle, third baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Out towards left center. Turner settles underneath it. That's out number 2.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
On the ground. And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive, and that's base hit out into center field. And that keeps the inning alive. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now the left fielder, Luke Raley. He's 2 for 2. There's a strike. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. The 1-0. Liner, and that got him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the lefty status. That one got him pretty good, but perhaps the silver lining is that it got him in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least.
For sure. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tanner Banks departs. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Andrew Painter.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
2 on, 2 outs. Right side, Sosa. And the inning is over. Mariners lead a couple. They trail it here, 6-4. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Yasper Zulueta.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
This one in the air, center field, and there's one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Here's the second baseman, Edmundo Sosa. Action in the bullpen for Seattle. Edward Bizardo appears to be getting loose. Ferrer, the lefty, warming up as well. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Got him. 2 down.
No need to deviate from the slider right there. The hitter just not making the adjustment. He came at him with the breaking ball, pitch after pitch, and that at bat, and evidently there was no answer for it.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 2 of the World Series. And that's another ball. That one fouled off. The 2-1. Lifted in the air, out to left. Rayleigh settles under it, and that is that. Game 2 of the World Series. Here's the Mariners' leadoff man, J.P. Crawford.
Well, these Mariners, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90-plus miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And the 0-2. On the ground, right side. Over to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
First pitch changeup, he gets a called strike. You got to really know who that hitter is at the plate in order to throw that pitch again and again.
That's a laser base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Josh Naylor digs in now. He's already homered here in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Tying run at the plate. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Goes down looking.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Hey! That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. The ends with the tying run at the plate here in the late stages of Game 2. Stays alive. On the ground to third. Boom. Goes on to first, and that's the inning. 1 left for Seattle, and the score remains 6-4. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose A.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
On to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now the number 2 hitter, out. And what a two-way player. Not just offensively, but as good a defensive outfielder as there is in the game. Ripped to short. Throw to first is in time. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. We can't forget what he did back in the second. Singy, that was a big swing in this one.
Yeah, grand slam, Boog. Huge moment early on in this one that set him up pretty nicely.
Ball that's outside. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
And a 1-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They still lead it though, 6-4. Back at Citizens Bank Park, and stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez. Line drive, speared at first. He takes it on his own. One pitch and one out. Hey! The Phillies up by 2 here in Game 2 of the World Series. Nope.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
The other way. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there.
Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Ref Snyder swings through it for strike 1. That one finds the zone. 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The tying run at the plate. On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Just locked him up right there for the second out. And that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot. So now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
Ripped to right. And that's the third out. It's the Phillies 6 and the M's 4. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Christian Yelich. And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, they didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at-bat. Nothing but off-speed. Even with all the changeups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Big stack center field. And that's a one-out single. Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Marsh. First offering. Runner goes.
That's
inside. Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. Man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that.
Nice grab. Over to first, and they get the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at-bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down.
Out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Edward Bizardo.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is.
For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
0-1 down. In the air out to center. Pulls it in on the run. And that is that. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Joan Duran.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Fights it off, you'll see another. 0-2 now.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Just outside. And that is ball one. In the air, right side. March has a beat on it. One away. Back to the top of the order. J.P. Crawford up next for the Mariners. Up the middle. And that chance handled. Slinging it to first in time.
Used the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance. Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Chum. Thanks for joining us.
I'm in Bottega Veneta, waffling a stitch on a sweater, parakeet green on the lettuce. I don't be rocking no butters. If you see me booted, it's missing Margiela. Double R came with umbrella, they tryna rain on my parade from the cellar. Only do beef from the farmer and Hyoko, dispatch it, I got no vendettas. I'm doing numbers like stars at the Mecca, and you send me Yaki, I flooded Tribeca. Trying to save up for my dinner, but I'd have been touching more bread than a champion of checkers. I crave all the pressure, they cave under pressure, the difference is clear. Aim is a target in over a year.
Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shopping. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 with more or less just in this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched than the first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Taking the ball for Seattle. George Kirby. What do you have on him, Siggy?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
About to get started here. Here's Bryce Harper.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
So we're off and running in Game 3.
First pitch, 7:07.
Rips one to right. And there's one down.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 30.
Handed down the right side, the foul.
There's a guy right there that really trusts his hands. If you have to wait a little bit longer with the breaking ball, he did that, and he still had the power to drive it the other way. Just couldn't keep it fair.
Howard with another scorching run of play lately. Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Naylor. 2 quick outs in the top of the first here tonight.
Good onside run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Schwarber in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Now one missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Struck him out looking. Stepping in, J.P. Crawford. Crawford working through some struggles lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship soon. Whoa!
On the ground. Sosa throws to first in time. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second, the catcher.
Close, but called the ball. And it's 1-0. Raleigh with a homer in his last game. And that one fouled off. The 1-1. Right through there for a strike. Crush, left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. The Mariners strike first. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Rob Refsnyder, batting with one down, takes a strike. Here's a line drive to left field. 2 down. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport.
No.
Rodriguez with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. Towards first. And he just beats him to the bag, gets the out. He wins the foot race there. But the Mariners draw first blood here on this solo homer. World Series Game 3. Second inning set to go. Christian Yelich stands in for the Phillies. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
The All-Star MVP award is bigger than fans might realize. More than half of the first 40 players to win it wound up in the Hall of Fame. I'm not saying he's for sure on that path, but it's a nice accomplishment.
Got him looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball to me.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it. Good start for him to this ball game tonight. I always talk about it. Get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
In the air, left field. Rosarena takes it in for the out. And there's two away. And now it's Alec Bohm. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Runner on the go. In the air to left center. Rodriguez settles under this one, and that'll do it. Bottom of the second, and stepping in for the Mariners, Ozzie Albies. Late swing fouled off. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally cows come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. One down.
You look up in the stands in games like this. Just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
There's a strike. That one to first. What a stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Two down, bases empty. Now it's Randy Arozarena. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Ball, whoa. That's a ball.
Down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2-2 now. Right side, hard hit. Inning over. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. On to the 3rd inning. And now for the Phillies, Edmundo Sosa. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for Philadelphia, the first
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So the Philly batting order turns over. Here comes Bryce Harper. On the ground, right side, and that one finds its way through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
The batter, the center fielder.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Gets the call, and the count 1-1. Batter challenges in a very big spot, and that one just barely missed. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. 1 down, Phillies down a run.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Base hit! Here comes Real Muto around third. Fires it to the plate. Safe! And the runner from second scores on the play. We're tied at 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. His first at bat was a strikeout. And that one fouled off. Two on, 1 out. And now the count is even. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 3-run dinger. And the Phillies take the lead. It's 4-1.
He's been so difficult to pitch against lately. It seems like no matter how you attack him, he finds a way to punish you. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
That's out to center field. And there's 2 down.
That's a good recovery, though, after giving up the... home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Turner stands in here, takes ball one low. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Swing and a ground ball. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. Bills get 3 on this long ball. It's now 4-1. This is
Now pitching for the
bottom half of the third, and they bring in a new pitcher, Tanner Banks.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Turner. One up, one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
There's a strike. Banks. He's got some good and some bad. The positive is he doesn't walk very many guys. But, Chris, the problem is that now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Crawford in the box lays off for ball one. And that's downstairs. And the count is 2-0.
Now, a manager can see it pretty early just by the swings that players are taking, whether they're fouling the ball back, if they're on time, the front foot is down. When you see that, you probably don't want to leave him in too long.
Ripped on the ground to second. On to first. And that is that. Mariners lead 1, and they trail it 4-1. Back at T-Mobile Park. On to the 4th, Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. On the ground, right side. And foul ball.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs and 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
0-2 now. On the ground to third, Donovan. Whips it across. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Line drive, and that's foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Out the swing. That was pretty nasty.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Edmundo Sosa getting ready to hit. On the ground, out to short. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom 4, now it's the Mariners DH, Rob Refsnyder.
Well, these Mariners, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
There's the strike, 95 of that one.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
stays alive. Ripped to short. Tosses to first. And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Up next for the Mariners, the center fielder, number 24, Julio Rodriguez.
Up.
In there at the knees for a strike. The Mariners trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the fourth. And a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Ozzy Albies up to the plate. Right to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Late with the swing there. Albies goes 5 feet 7 inches. A member of the 1,000 hit club. And he's in need of a Curacao. Got it. Now 2 out.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to do better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
And Naylor swings through that one. Rodriguez off the first with 2 away. He swings and fouls one off. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1 left for Seattle. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. World Series Game 3. All set for the start of the inning. JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. And first offering is fouled off. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Bryce Harper with a star scraper. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they boost their lead. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed, Boog. Just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Yasver Zulueta. He's into the game with the bases empty. And now for the Phillies, Howard. This guy one of the best contact men in the sport as well. Outstanding on the defensive end. Check swing called strike. And that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That one hammered center field. That's back. And it is out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to their lead. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
one.
2 runs across in the inning here in Game 3 of the World Series.
Here we go.
Swing on a 1-0. Appeal to third. No swing. He held up. Patrick Johnson with the call there. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes.
Strike. Woo.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Time call. The 2-2 will have to wait just a second. That one just misses, and it's 3-2.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable, and that location will definitely do it.
That one 95 to finish him off. Now it's Christian Yelich.
The left field, number 22, Christian Yelich.
Just missed. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball 2.
There's a strike, 95 of that one. Yelich wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and it's going to stay a strike. Still 1 challenge left for them. Two down, nobody on. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Right side, and that's just foul. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Hit him. First base. The bat, number 7, Trey Henry.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Yasver Zulueta won't go any further tonight. And the line not closed on him yet. New pitcher for the Mariners, Edward Bizardo. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. In for a strike. Good slider. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That ends the inning, and they limit the.
Now pitching for the Kings.
Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Brad Keller.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Well, these Mariners just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Caught him looking for the K.
Wow, short work to sit in the packet to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way. And that's pretty impressive, given the pop he was dealing with at the plate. And obviously, a lot of credit for all those chases and strikeouts goes to the pitching. It's been nasty, but you can bet this offense is trying to figure out some way to put up a better fight.
In plenty of time to first. Home after the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Down the third baseman, Brendan Donovan. Doubled in his first AB.
Strike. Woo.
Line drive to short and caught. Mariners go down quietly there. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, these Phillies doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
First and second, no outs. And now it's JT Realmuto, 1 for 2. That one not close. Ball 1. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the 6th. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ball to strike. This one in the air, right field. And that's a foul ball. 1-2 now. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes.
Up next for Philadelphia, the first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Oh! He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
That one ran inside, almost got him. And that'll load the bases.
That's a tough one to swallow right there if you're on the mound. You're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Howard. He's already homered in this game. In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Bases loaded, 1 away. That one found hard the other way. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Edward Bizzardo won't go any further, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. Jose A. Ferrer gets the call from the pen.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Swing and a miss, strike one. Next offering is fouled back. Bases loaded, 2 down. Swing and a miss, and that is that. That situation navigated to perfection by the Mariner bullpen. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Mariners' leadoff man, J.P. Crawford.
No, that's low.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one at the knees for a strike. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. There's a swing and a drive. Marsh going back on this one. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Up next to the Mariners. The catcher,
Pulls it down, and there are 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That's in there. 0-2 now. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Out to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That is the inning. Back in Seattle, and now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Christian Yelich. Foul ball. And he'll one. Ferrer, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Ground ball to the right side. Albies over to first in time. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Hit on the ground to short. Crawford will throw to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Gets under and pops it up. And that's the 3rd out. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game set.
The second baseman, Albies.
Bowling.
And the 1-0. Ouch, that one drilled him. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Ryan Kirkering, ready or not, in the game now after the injury.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The Phillies leading by 5 here in the late stages of Game 3. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
Just missed. That's a ball. 1 out, the runner at second here in Game 3 of the World Series. Ground ball to Bohm. Slings to first in time. So up next, Dominic Panzone. Into the outfield, base hit. Naylor coming home. He'll score. It's 6-2.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in.
And the double puts runners at second and third with 2 out.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got good about that. Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Oh, look at the stop. It's there, and that's a great play. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 23.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That's a base hit.
Up next for Philadelphia.
And at first, and here is Sosa to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one.
No, that's a ball.
The 1-0. On a line out towards center. Rodriguez takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Matt Brash, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Up the middle. Nice grab. The flip to second. What a double play that was. On to the bottom. The 8th. Now the Mariners.
Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 76,
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Close,
no,
but called a ball. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Rips that one to right. 1 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Out towards right center field. And there's 2 away. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Ground ball to the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it falls. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of this series.
Here's Josh Naylor. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. On the ground. And it goes just foul. The M's trying to get back into this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. In the dirt. Laser. Base hit. Here's Rodriguez trying to score. Head first sliding is safe. It's a 3-run game, 6-3. Fastball for a strike. First and second, 2 down. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. That missed by a lot. Ball 1. Swinging, it's a strikeout. Good job at damage control right there. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 6-3. World Series game. All set to start the 9th in this one. Bryce Harper stands in for the Phillies. Whoa. And a 1-1. There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Way inside. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Tosses the first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. That's a ball. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez gets under it, and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
Up next for
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here, looking to do more of what he did back in the 3rd.
No doubt. That 3-run homer is a huge reason why they're in a good spot right now in this ball game, and an important swing of the bat.
2 down, nobody on. Whoa. Ball 2. Two and 1 now. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of Game 3. That misses the zone, and the count's full. Christian Yelich waits on deck. Got him looking for the third, and he's gone for the fourth.
Now pitching for the Phillies.
Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Joan Duran.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Got him. One out.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
In the air, center field. Out. Under it. Out. Number 2. So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. That one in triple digits. Ripped on a line to center. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies lead the series 3 games to none and have a chance to complete the sweep here tomorrow.
All this team needs is one more win. But when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game. It's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat. It's a win of a pitch count. And that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
6-3 our final score. Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness, walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
If it's over, it's over, so just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was holding that night, telling all of your secrets and hugging. Guess you right, it's too good to be true. Was the point, all I needed was you. But time after time, I just fussing and fighting. It's time that you do what you do. And it's cool. Mama said it was fish in the sea, I got lost in the pool. Knew it was coming, I watched how you move, how you turn your back on me and leave.